Is Amazon really going to end AMD, NVIDIA, and Intel? Some of you may be wondering how this e-commerce giant is being put under the same umbrella as these chip giants. Well, let's find out in today's episode.
I do want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and make sure to check out fool.com/Jose to get the top 10 stocks to buy right now.
So as most of us know, Amazon is both an e-commerce giant and a leader in the cloud infrastructure market with its AWS services. Here we can see the wide lead versus its competitors, Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud. With the development of data centers came silicon solutions to improve the performance of data centers. The most widely known are the CPUs, mainly dominated by AMD and Intel. AMD has its EPYC solutions, which just released its 4th generation Genoa, and Intel with its Xeon solution also releasing its 4th generation Sapphire Rapids. Now a new player is entering the market, nvidia, with its upcoming Grace CPU solutions. The other widely known chips are the GPUs, accelerators. The leading players in the space is nvidia with its recently released Hopper architecture. Another known player, but nowhere near the size of nvidia in the GPU market, is AMD with its Instinct line and its upcoming MI300, which can be a game changer. Now the new kid on the block is Intel with its recently released Data Center Flex GPU solutions. Now before we go any further, if you are enjoying the episode so far, make sure to hit the thumbs up as it does help me grow my overall audience. If you want to support a little bit more, make sure to subscribe using my link at fool.com/Jose. Finally, if you are here, it most likely means you're a semiconductor investor, and I have a weekly semiconductor podcast discussing a lot of events with another host. The link is above. Make sure to check that out for those weekly episodes. Now back to Amazon. How is Amazon going to end these semiconductor giants? Well, Amazon also develops its chips. The most popular is its Graviton CPU, an ARM-based processor with the 3rd generation recently announced. The 3rd generation has seen huge improvements that have some semiconductor investors worried. As Amazon is a massive leader in the data center market, it could lead to a considerable revenue decline in semiconductor companies if Amazon decides to use Graviton chips solely on its data center solutions. Now, why are Graviton chips so good? First, they are ARM-based processors, which tend to have better energy performance. The data center market is usually consumption-based. You pay based on how much you use, and if you use a lower energy consumption product, you are paying a lower price. There are various use cases where you might not need a high-performance chip, and the more energy-efficient chip is more than enough for your task. But there are also numerous cases where you need pure performance, and customers are willing to pay a premium price and lose on power efficiency. Here are some benchmarks on Graviton 3, which was released in May of 2022. AMD's EPYC Milan released in March 2021, and Intel Ice Lake released in April 2021. We can see both AMD and Intel are roughly a year before the Graviton release, and the benchmark can be found for free on Phoronix. As we can see, Graviton 3 is a winner compared to AMD and Intel, but both are releasing or have released new products. AMD, for example, just released their Genoa on fall of 2022 and holds massive gains in performance and efficiency versus its previous generation. Now, the recently released Graviton 3E that Amazon announced on late November is not a new generation of Graviton, more an upgraded version of the Graviton 3. So while it's performing better than Graviton 3, the performance leaps are not similar to those seen by AMD Milan 3rd generation and Genoa, its 4th generation. Now, if the data center market were purely CPU-based, Amazon could end AMD and Intel to some extent. I can definitely not see a world where Amazon creates chips and sells them to its competitors. They would like to hold that competitive advantage. But the data center market is not just CPU based, and it's not just raw performance. So many other chips can help offset some workloads from the CPU, performing them better, faster, and cheaper. And this is where numerous semiconductor companies are heading. AMD, for example, has CPUs, DPUs, GPUs, softwares, accelerators, and has created its Infinity architecture. You can use an AMD CPU with other chips, but the performance jumps dramatically if you use a complete AMD system with AMD hardware and software. NVIDIA is doing the same with NVIDIA Link and has shown how much better its products are if you use them with NVIDIA products. So how does the saying go? Work smarter, not harder. As I mentioned, if data centers was solely CPU based, then yes, AMD investors might have something to worry about, but that is not the case. At the same time, Amazon can start to develop those other chips, but that will take time. Before I end the episode, I want to show one more thing. AMD also understands numerous use cases for their CPUs and different workloads. That is why the 4th generation Genoa has multiple iterations that will be released in the upcoming months, each providing better performance in different workloads. So as an AMD investor, I am not worried. Let me know your thoughts on the comments below.